Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking all about babies with colic. If you Google what colic is, it says that the child is unusually sensitive to its surroundings, meaning it can't self-soothe. So when does colic hit? It normally hits babies when they are 2 to 3 weeks old, and it can last anywhere up to 8 months. Colic is just a long, extended episode of crying that usually happens in the nighttime from about 5 p.m. to midnight. So what are the things that causes colic? We actually don't really know. Doctors have not been able to find out what causes colic in babies, but they do know that it really doesn't come from what the mom is eating if she's breastfeeding. It doesn't come from formula-fed babies, and they found that it happens the same amount in girls and boys. They do know that it isn't dangerous for children and that they do outgrow it, and there are no lasting side effects from a child that has colic. So I'm going to share with you my experience with having a baby with colic, and then we'll get into some of the things the doctor said to do, some of the things that I read online that you can do, and what worked for us and what didn't. When I brought my youngest daughter home from the hospital, for the first 2-3 weeks, she was an awesome baby. She was sleeping like she was supposed to. She was eating like she was supposed to. She was nursing like a champ, and we had no problems. Then 3 weeks hit, and it was like new baby. And once 5 o'clock hit, she would just cry and cry and cry and cry. She would cry from about 5 o'clock p.m. to about midnight, and that is a long stretch of time when A, you're a mom who's been home with her kids all day, and B, when you have other kids and a house that you have to take care of. At first, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if she was hungry. I didn't know if she was tired. I didn't know if she wasn't getting enough from nursing. Like, was there an issue with my supply? I didn't know what was going on, and I typed in all her symptoms into like Google, and the first thing that popped up was colic. So I started looking into what is colic, how do you know if your baby has colic, and she kind of fit the criteria. She was crying for long stretches of time, rocking her wasn't working, nursing her wasn't working. Everything I was doing, none of it was working. So I made an appointment with the doctor when she was 6.5, 7 weeks old, and they got us in right away, and I explained all the symptoms she was having to her doctor, and the doctor was like, yeah, she has colic. Hello, I kind of knew this going into it. She just kind of verified that she did have it and said, here are a few tips that you can try. Try putting the baby in a swing. Try swaddling the baby. Try feeding the baby upright. She even said to try to boil mint leaves in water and then take out the mint leaves and give her a little bit of the water. So we left the doctor's appointment, and I'm like, okay, we need a swing. So we went and got a swing. Then I was like, all right, let me try swaddling her. Then I'm like, oh my gosh. How about you swaddle her, then put her in the swing? And that did the trick. We set up a night routine. She would take a bath, or in her case a shower. We would shower and then get her all ready for bed. I would swaddle her up super tight, but I would leave her legs out because she was not a baby that liked her legs to be wrapped up in the swaddle. So I would swaddle her and I would nurse her. I would nurse her to the point that she was basically knocked out, and then I would turn on the swing and put her in the swing, and the swing would have to be on for 2 to 3 hours until she woke up again. If I turned off that swing before she woke up, she was not having it. So once we kind of figured out a good routine for her, something that helped with her colicky symptoms, it did start to get better. At about 3 weeks, when her colic started, she was crying from about 5 o'clock to midnight, basically nonstop. At about 6 to 7 weeks after we talked to the doctor and I kind of found some things that were helping her, she would cry from about 6 o'clock at night till about 10 o'clock. We kind of had this long stretch that she would cry, and 10 o'clock is when she finally did fall asleep, and then she would sleep for like 2 to 3 hours. And when she hit about 5 months, we kind of started like a downhill slope, that it started getting better. We took the swing away, but she was still being wrapped up when she was going to sleep, and her crying only lasted from about, or her crankiness I should say, only lasted from about 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. When she hit 6 months, now her crankiness is down to about 6 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock at night. So that I can handle. First, talk to the doctor. I guess that's not really a tip or trick, but just make sure that your baby does have colic and that it isn't something else. Eliminate things from your diet if you're nursing. They haven't proven that that helps, but you never know, it might. Try eliminating things like dairy or caffeine, soda, anything that is really acidic that might be going through your breast milk and might be upsetting baby. If you're feeding your baby formula, try switching to a different brand or a different type. Put your baby in a carrier. This really saved me. I would carry her in her Moby or in my Lila Baby. I would just carry her around all day long, and it really helped getting things done, especially at night when I was needing to get dinner made. Get a swing. Try giving her a passy. Swaddle your baby up super tight as you can get it. Rock your baby. Just sit in a rocker and rock them and pat them and just stay calm with them. Try having baby upright when you're feeding them. Try white noise. White noise didn't necessarily work for us, but I've heard that it has helped other babies. Massage baby's legs and tummy. This didn't really help my daughter, it just kind of made her more upset, but I've read online that it helps a lot of other babies too. Here's some mommy tips just to help you get through the day. Stay positive. When you start to become negative, it really affects your kids and it really reflects your kids. Take a break. If you need to put baby down in her crib or in a bassinet for 10 minutes, just put her in there and walk away. I know that this is kind of something that's controversial between other parents, but sometimes a mom really hits a breaking point and just needs 5 or 10 minutes to collect herself so that she can go on with the day. So just make sure baby is in a safe place, and 5 or 10 minutes by themselves isn't gonna hurt them. Express your feelings. Tell someone how you're feeling. Tell someone that you're having a hard day or that you're frustrated or that you're tired. Just sharing with someone else really helps because you're not bottling up those emotions. Take care of yourself. Get ready and just make sure that you're eating and drinking water and staying hydrated. The better that you take care of yourself, the more able you are to take care of your kids. And remember, this is temporary. Your baby is going to outgrow this and you're going to move past it, and one day you're going to look back and not even remember these times. Keep going with your normal routine. When your baby does start to grow out of their colicky stage and you already have a routine set in place for them, they will start handling it a little bit easier. One last thing that I want to say is that if you are a nursing mom and your baby has colic, do not give up on yourself. It's so easy to think, oh my gosh, is my baby not getting enough food? Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I need a supplement formula. No, you are doing everything you can for your baby, and this is just a phase that they are going through. If your baby is gaining weight like they're supposed to, and your doctor says that everything is okay and that they just have colic, your nursing is enough. Please, please, please don't give up on yourself. So these are just my tips, tricks, experience with having a baby with colic, and I really hope that it is helpful to all of you mamas out there who are going through this. I want to give you a big hug because I know that it's hard and I know that it's rough, and some days you really just want to give up, but hang in there, and before you know it, your babies are going to be like mine. She's almost 8 months old and we have gotten over that big hump and we are almost out of it, and it is so much better. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye guys.